that really helped pick me up and let me know, hey, I see you, and you are doing you, and you are doing well. And I refrained from defending myself by attacking her, because that's my son's mom, and anything I say about her is just going to come back on my son. Like what she's saying about me is, I already have to own my I have to own what I own, and I've done that. And I'll have to do that in the eyes of those who love for me, and that means my son. But to bring all of it into the public light on Facebook, and to block me and not let me see my son now for almost 2 weeks. I went to treatment. She came into the family program. This was, like I said, November 11th, 2019. I was there for a month. It was a 28-day program. I was there for 36 days. I got an extension for 1 week. During the first week I was there, I relapsed. My roommate had heroin, and I was sick, coming off of Suboxone, trying to be clean without anything. And my room smelled like heroin every time I go back in there. And so on the third day, I said, all right, dude, fine, give me some. And I smoked some. And then I felt awful for 2 days before I was going to go turn myself in. And then there was a knock in the morning, like 8 o'clock, and administration wanted to talk to me because they had already gotten wind of my roommate's ridiculously harmful decisions. And so, because I chose to get honest, and it took me a minute, I was raised to believe that we don't snitch. And fortunately, a cool little older lady, Patty, just sweetheart of a lady, but also she won't take no gruff, and she'll give it to you how it is. And she had told me, you'll never regret doing the right thing. Why are you protecting this person? Is it for them? Is it because you're honoring a value that you have? Or is it because you're holding on to what essentially you're here to shed? And so that made me really think, and I realized that somebody who brought the evil into what is supposed to be a place of recovery, resilience, growth, change. I told him who it was, and over the next month, my higher power, not things, the thing, capital T, made itself known. The universe was once again with me, and I with it, and I was enjoying talking to people again, which is one of 3 or 4 things that my disease robs me of. It's like the opposite. Things that really give me love and intense joy and passion, and the opposite is the things that the disease of alcoholism and addiction takes away, and provides this emptiness and void that's even worse, because I experienced this life, and then when I'm over here, I know how good it can be. And that's no way to live. I consider that a blessing, because today I can weigh all of this against now what is more and more of a past of evidence showing that in order to maintain any sort of a spiritual life, any sort of a way of being that I can be proud of, would be great, but at least not regret. That would be success to me. And as I said, I remember the checks and balances since I got out of treatment. And there are some of both on both her and I's side. But since, no but. She did the family program with me for 5 days over there, and it was great. It was a therapy condensed. It was probably 6 hours of therapy condensed in 3 days. but then it was a 5 days. I mean, we had a couple days to ourselves, and that's where the musical started. And I wasn't supposed to be I wasn't supposed to be able to compose at that time because of the meds they have me on in the treatment facility. Coming off of Suboxone actually makes you more capable of producing, composing. However, she was on blockers, and I did ask her specifically, and so somehow the best thing that was ever going to happen to me happened. I wouldn't find that out until, well, I wouldn't find out for another almost month. I knew I was trying to get into an Oxford recovery house because I did not want to live in that same house anymore. That was not a good place for me. I didn't want to live alone. I wanted to really approach recovery differently this time. And that means that, I mean, I was willing, and I still am. I had to become willing to take the suggestions that for one reason or another, I thought I knew better, or I thought didn't apply to me, or I thought there was an easier, softer way, but there is not. If I could have learned from my predecessors, it would have spared me a lot, but the lessons would not carry the depth that they do today. So in my heart, I believe the one thing that's always mattered to me most, always, has been the truth, spiritual truth, universal truths, fundamental truths. And I truthfully feel that the truth of this whole dynamic if left to proceed forward based on everything that's already happened between music and his parents, Mandy and we would be getting along still. I would have him on the weekends and Wednesdays, and I'd be buying diapers and wipes and giving her some money every month. Things would be moving along like they had been up until a week and a half ago, aside from when she went to California, which really broke me up because I didn't understand why she dropped out of our couples counseling. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, and here we are 40 minutes in, and I really gotta go move the rest of the stuff into the shipping container that I bought so we could move all of our stuff to Hawaii. And in fact, yeah, it's telling me to get a move on. Well, I believe that the truth, important though it may be, doesn't matter to her.